Hello, this is Carrala at carralaficklin.com. C-A-R-R-A-L-A. Ficklin, F is in food, I-C-K-L-I-N.com, carralaficklin.com. Or Ask Splain, AskSplain.com, or welcome.com. Welcome is spelt W-Y-L-C-O-M-E. Today I want to talk about idiomatic expressions in English. Maybe not so much idiomatic expressions as important verbs. Most of these verbs are irregular, but these verbs have a lot of different meanings in English, and they're used in a lot of different expressions in the language. I would say that they would be some of the most frustrating, some of the most difficult verbs to learn. Verbs like, well, number one would be, obviously, would be to get. But that's not the only one. The verb to do. And a lot of times people get to do mixed up with to make. Another verb would be can. I'm not talking about to can, because to can is a regular verb and it has nothing to do with to be able to. It has an entirely different meaning. It's a regular verb. I can, you can, we can, he, she, cans. It's like putting something in a can, okay? And it's more slang. To can someone means to fire someone, but that's a very different story. Another example would be to take or to pick. Now, to pick is one of the few of these verbs that's regular. I picked, right? To take obviously is irregular. To go, another one that's also difficult. So what we're going to do today is look at one of these verbs and look at the different meanings of one of these verbs. Now I have beside me here, you can't see it because it's off camera, my computer, and I'm looking at the web page at welcome.com. Now we have these on several different web pages, or carralaficklin.com or askplain.com, and we have the verb to get, a little explanation about what the verb to get is, another explanation about some of the expressions. What kind of expressions are they? Are they standard expressions where you could use everywhere? Are they expressions that you have to be careful? It's informal and it's not cursing, it's not inappropriate English, but you still have to be careful. Or is it, would you consider the expression somewhat vulgar? So what I want to do today is just look at some of the different meanings of to get, and if we have time, look at some of the expressions with to get. So right here I'm going to be looking this way, but you can hear my voice and you'll hear what I'll be talking about are different meanings of the verb to get, and some of those meanings are going to include synonyms and maybe a sentence or two as an example, and maybe an expression or two. So to get, one of the first meanings is to obtain, to acquire, to procure. I'm going to get my book. It's on the teacher's desk. To get, to earn, pocket, bring, or take home. No, my father really doesn't earn that much. He gets about $1,000 a month. Now you can see that the two sentences dealing with to get both contain to get, but the meaning is somewhat different. To get, to capture, to collar, to seize, or to grab. I'm so glad to hear that the police finally got him. He is a dangerous man. Okay, another meaning for to get would be to comprehend, to catch on, to absorb, to digest, to learn, or to understand. I have never been able to get math. All those numbers make me dizzy. You hear a lot, somebody says, I didn't get you. Or I don't get you. I never been able to get you. When someone says, I don't get you, that doesn't mean that they grab you, or that doesn't mean they obtain or procure or earn you, which makes absolutely no sense. It means I don't understand you. So if I said to you, I just don't get you. It's like I don't understand. It's somewhat informal, but you don't have any problems. Let's say this. Let's put it this way: if you're giving a speech, a very formal speech, you wouldn't use to get. But otherwise than that, there wouldn't be any problem. To get, to understand, but in the sense of to decipher, to make heads or tails of. To make heads or tails of means to understand something. It's more an expression to mean to get or to understand something. To make out. Because of the language barrier, I didn't get what he said. I didn't get what he said. I didn't understand what he said. Okay. And one more to get, although there's still plenty more. To get, to take revenge, to avenge, to make pay, to get back. I have every intention to get him for what he did to my family. That means I have every intention of making him pay, or I have every intention of getting revenge. Okay, so we'll be back. Some more videos. We'll look at more sentences with to get, and we will also look at other verbs that have a lot of different meanings and are used a lot in idiomatic expressions.